guys, this is DIY Done Easy Part 3. I'm Jeff Henderson, your host for this show. And we'll be covering an intermediate DIY recipe. As always, at the end of the video, there'll be several recipes for you. And we will be having interviews with the pros in the e-liquid business. Alright guys, check out the video. Hey guys, for this part of the video, I'm going to be making Demon Drops. Demon Drops is my version of another recipe that I found on the internet. I'm not going to give out the other recipe because, you know, somebody obviously is selling it. But Demon Drops is my version of another recipe, changed up a little bit. And I'm going to go over right now. You know, I wasn't going to put the e-juice calculator in this video, but I feel it's important for people to physically see it. So, Demon Drops has blueberry extra, lemon lime, raspberry, bubble gum. Okay, so it's a 4 flavor. This is a very intermediate or semi-pro style e-liquid. I'm using a 50 milligram base. 12 milligrams is my target, and I'm doing a 30 mil today for the video. So it you know, if you come down here, it's already been calculated. 7.2 milliliters would be the nicotine you would use if you're using what I use. I want to tell people you have to put your own calculations in if you're not using the same milligram strength as me. If you want to do 50-50, you'd be at 5.4 and 11.4, you know, cut up. What I do a lot of times is I'm an, you know, like an 80-30 guy, or sorry, 70-30 guy, and yeah, almost got that right. So a lot of times I don't worry about this. You know, I just use the flavoring, which is PG, and it makes it about 70-30. Sometimes 80-20. Alright, so we're going to use, flavoring-wise, 3.9 milligrams of the blueberry extra, 0.9 of the lemon lime, 0.6 of the raspberry, and 0.6 of the bubble gum. This is Demon Drop, folks. You know, I do this for you guys. It's a really good vape. In the video, you'll hear me say I never tried it. Since then, I've been vaping it, and it is a really good vape. All of my stuff is TPA flavoring and RTS Nic Liquid or RTS VG. So, as always, it'll be listed in the bottom in the description where you can get the stuff, how much it is. Please watch the other 2 videos, and remember to always use safety when you DIY. Alright guys, for today's video, we're going to need bubblegum flavor. We're going to need lemon lime, blueberry extra, and raspberry. You'll need an empty 30 ml, several brand new syringes, possibly a measuring cup. Alright, let's get ready to DIY. Alright guys, as always, what I do is I set all my bottles on one side and I work over to the other side. I put a fresh clean towel down. Just got back from washing my hands. They might be a little bit wet. And we're going to DIY. So first thing we're going to do is, this is actually a new DIY for me. I actually took another recipe and changed it around a little bit. We're going to see what happens. This one consists of, let's see, 13% blueberry extract, or blueberry extra, sorry, 3% of lemon lime, 2% of raspberry, and 2% of bubble gum. We will be aiming for 12 milligrams for the strength. We will be doing a 30 milligram or 30 milliliter bottle, and I will be using from the 50 of course, my sucralose sweetener, which I like doing because I feel that it doesn't have to steep near as long. Alright, so first thing we're going to want to do is find out how much nicotine we're going to need. And to me, I always do the nicotine first. I like to make sure I get it right. That's just me. We'll work through this. Alright, we will need 7.2. See how this is always following the same, because I'm doing 12%, which is, you know, a lot of times what I aim for, 10 to 12. 7.2 milliliters of my nic. Alright, and I'm using 50 nic strength. In the next video I'll be using 100, but either way, it really doesn't matter if you use a calculator to figure out your percentages. So, first thing I'm going to do is actually pour about a little less than 10 in here. Okay. Put this big one away. Alright, this is a 3 milliliter syringe right here, and I'm going to suck up 3 right now. Also, if you're watching these videos and you ever say, wow, Jeff, you're doing it too fast, the idea is I can do it a little bit fast. What you guys do is just keep watching the video over and over again, freeze it at certain parts until you get it right. Now that little bit of dripping is just from the nozzle, it's not actually from the inside of the syringe. And I always pinch the bottle a little bit in case it clogs up. Then I can suck it back down. Alright, we've got 3 in there. Let's get 3 more. And the 0.2 right there, and we'll need 1 more after this. I love these little syringes for DIY. Okay, now we got to get 1 more. Get that bubble up there and squeeze the air out, and we are exactly at 1. There we go. Set this to the side. Set this to the side because it will not be being used again. We will be using all new syringes. We've got our target strength nicotine already in there. We need now, and I'm using the eJuice Me Up. Was it the, oh no, sorry, it's 3.9 of the blueberry. Sorry guys. And I'm going to suck it right out of here. With a new needle, you're not contaminating anything, so you're good that way. Okay, I'm going to need a 0.9. Get that in there. Alright, next needle, or next syringe, sorry. And also, since we're done with this one, set it over out of the way so you know you've used it. Moving down to the next flavor, we've got lemon lime is the next one up, and this is lemon lime. That smells good. Okay, and we need 0.9, so not even 1. There we go. Put it over my drip cup. This syringe is done. This flavor is done. Move that out of the way. Next we will need 0.6. So just over a half of the raspberry. Half a mil. If you didn't catch that. There we go. We're done with that, and we're done with the raspberry. Get that to the side. And it's really that easy. Now we're going to use bubble gum. And the bubble gum, we will need 0.6 of that. Just over a half mil on the syringe. This is my first time using bubble gum, but I really wanted to. There we go. I love these syringes for quick accuracy. Alright, set that to the side. All the basics are in there. I'm going to add a little sweetener, guys, and a lot of the big timers don't do this. They don't use sweetener, but for my palate I still need it. This is sucralose. I like doing it. It's fast. I'm going to add 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're done. Now all I have to do is add the VG. You know what? This is okay. I can do this. Hold up. I got to grab another syringe real quick for the VG. And that's RTS VG. And basically I'll be filling it up to the shoulders now with VG. There we go. And as always, like I say in every video, this is the part I make the mess on, is with the VG. Almost had a clog up. Good thing I had the bottle pinched. I was able to suck it right down the throat of the bottle. Yeah, and we are almost done. It's that simple. Alright, so I'm going to put this on here. Put this on here. Wipe this a little bit on a nice new towel. Alright, here is our DIY. Okay guys, I'm back. Blowing out my 306. Whenever I test juices, atomizer. You know, that way if it's bad, it goes in the garbage or down the sink. Yes, I'm on a constant over dripper, so let's see what we got here, folks. 306 Mammoth, shaky, 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 and 3 drips. This is not a brand new Addy, so 3 drips will suffice. Oh, that's good. There you go. It's that easy. Hey everybody, as promised on the front of the video, this is Jeff, and I've brought with me a professional juice maker. It's Juices by Upstomp. I believe that's correct, is it?
That is correct.
All right, so me and Jay go back, you know, a long time. Jay, isn't that true?
What? Oh.
Well, you've heard of me though, right, Jay?
It's Jeff, right?
I make YouTube videos.
Oh, cool. You make videos. Nice.
All right. Well, so anyways, Jay's going to help out today with 2 good pointers for noobs that are DIYing. So go ahead, Jay. Share what you got.
Sure. The first thing is I find with a lot of new DIYers is they equate more flavoring with more flavor. And that's not always the case. You always hear people say, you know, oh, I like a lot of flavor. Well, that doesn't always mean you should add more flavoring. A lot of flavors, you know, once you hit a certain threshold, and it's different for every flavor, you can get a really nasty kind of medicine or perfumey kind of taste. An example of that I use is blackberry. TPA's blackberry. If you were to open up the bottle of blackberry, like I have a bottle right here, blackberry flavoring, open it up, it smells really perfumey, like almost you could, you know, a girl could just like wipe it on her neck, you know. And flavors like that, you tend to want to go really low on, like, you know, 2 to 5% probably with blackberry, you know, depending on what else you're mixing with it. So that's the first thing, you know. Don't assume that you have to go 20% on any given flavor, or even with a mix of flavors. The other thing is, a lot of people have a hard time with working with VG, especially with syringes. You know, it's messy, it's sticky. So what I tend to do is I keep my VG in a ketchup bottle. This is just when I'm, you know, making juice for myself, and that way I basically just top off my recipes with VG. I don't even measure it. What I do is I know the point at which 30 mils in a 30 mil bottle equals 30 mils. You know, it's right at the neck, right when the neck starts to curve in.
Right, that's a really good point.
Yeah, so when I'm making my recipes, I add the VG last. So everything else, you know, I'll measure, and then I just top off with VG, and I just, you know, grab the ketchup bottle and just pour it in, and I'm all done. There
you go, folks. Next time you're eating out at a finer restaurant that has a ketchup bottle, put it in your purse.
Yep.
Bring it home, and you've got DIY supplies. You heard it. Right. You heard it here first. All right, that's a really great idea. That's actually something that a lot of people don't touch on. But it's funny. I kind of do the same thing. I don't have a ketchup bottle yet, but don't worry, I do eat out, so that's going to change.
Very good.
All right, buddy. Thanks a lot for coming on the show, and we will catch you later. Hey, everybody. This is Jeff Henderson. DIY Done Easy Part 3 interview with a pro mixer. This is longtime mixer Mr. Alan Novitsky, case 1320 from Hooligan Vapes. Case, I know you've been following my DIY videos for a while.
Oh, you do videos? Are they on YouTube? That's cool. That's awesome.
Alright, so today I actually am covering a new DIY recipe case. It's called Demon Drops.
Cinnamon vape? Yeah, that's really cool. That's got to be cinnamon, right?
No, there's no cinnamon in it. Okay, so anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to have you give some tips and tricks for the noobs in DIY.
I would say one of the biggest tips I could give for people who are just starting out is they tend to get too ambitious with their flavors, and they go, well, yeah, I'm going to make a 17 flavor juice. Rah, first one. Yeah, that doesn't usually work. When you're first starting out, it's best to start off with a 1 or 2 flavor juice. Work yourself up to that 4 or 5. It's down the road. It's possible, but it's going to take you some time. Start out with 1 or 2 flavors. If you get a brand new flavoring that you're not quite sure what it's going to taste like, make yourself a 10 ml bottle of it. Just that flavor, nothing else. Just so you can get a sense of what that flavor is going to taste like, so you know how it'll mix with your other stuff. I would say that's probably one of the biggest things. One of the other things that people tend to over flavor their juices, I've seen as far as 30-35%, which in my opinion is too high. Some people like that. It's cool. I wouldn't recommend it. Certain flavors, even if you go up to 20%, it's no good. So, you don't have to over flavor your stuff. You'll be surprised how much it'll come out, even in a small quantity of some of the flavors. All
right, so don't get ahead of yourself, and don't over flavor your product.
Right.
And anything else you want to add to that before we end this video and wrap her up?
I would say just when you're starting out, there's a few things you could use. This is a 3 ml pipette. Very useful tool. Some people use pipettes, some people use syringes. If I'm making myself like a 30 ml bottle or a test bottle or something, I will use a 3 ml pipette. Something else that is useful is a graduated cylinder. This is a 50 ml. You can get them in 25s and 10s also.
Can you buy those at the hookah stores?
No, you can't. The next one I'll show you, you're going to think you can. You can get all these at Amazon.com pretty cheap. You'd be surprised. One of my personal favorite ones for mixing large batches of flavors is a 250 ml. These are glass. You can buy them in plastic as well. But, I don't know, I seem to prefer the glass.
Very cool. Thanks a lot for these tips. I'm sure that a lot of the new DIYers appreciate it. As always, get the right tools for the right job. And, yeah, just move forward and vape on and vape hard.
Yep.
Alright, everybody, thanks a lot for watching these videos. As always, there's going to be more in DIY Done Easy Part 4. Don't miss it. Thanks, Alan.
Everybody.